Hi, everyone. It's Lori from Crystal Earth Magic, coming to you today with another amazing quantum healing session. And I just want to share with you the transcript of this. I'll tell you the interesting parts and not some of the personal parts, just to keep it a little shorter. And again, I like to read the transcript of it better than showing you an audio or a video of the person actually doing it, because it really is slow. And sometimes it's very difficult to hear the person when they're under hypnosis. When we do it this way, at least you'll get the gist of it without having to agonize through some of the details, because this could take 2.5 hours, whereas I can probably read this in about 45 minutes to an hour. So it's really interesting the way people's voices change once they're under hypnosis. This is a really fun one, and I think that you will enjoy it. So here we go. We're going to call my client Carol, and she's coming out into the scene and asking her the very first things that she sees. And she says, "It's peaceful, similar to the other day, where it's like iridescent, like the bottom is more glass or water that I'm walking on." And I ask, "You're walking on that?" Yes, you're walking on that. What do your feet look like? Like normal feet, I think, like now. Like human, I ask. "Are you inside or are you outside?" "I'm outside. It's vast, just me. Pinks and blues, white. I have more like a robe on, something long." I said, "Okay, can you tell me what the rest of you look like? Can you see your hands?" "Hands too, but my hands are like feet. They grew out." "Is it bigger than human?" "Yes." "Can you tell what the rest of you feels like?" "My hair feels like blonde." "Is it long?" "Long." "Are you male or female?" She's confused, not sure. I said, "Or neither." She said, "I think neither." I said, "Okay, how does it feel like to be in this body?" "Good, neither bad nor good, just different." "Do you know where you are?" "No, but when you were talking, all I wanted to do was go home." I said, "Do you feel as if you're home now?" "It feels very comfortable. It feels good." "Would you like to explore a little more of this place and to find out what it is?" I asked. And she said, "Yes, but I feel like I'm the only one here, at least where I'm at." So why would that be, I wonder? "I'm not sure." So, well, let's see if we can go find out. She said, "Okay." And then she got very silent, and there's a pause. So trying to keep her going. I said, "Do you see any structures around you?" "To the side, tall. I can't tell if it's like buildings or mountains." "Okay, what else is happening?" "Would you like to go see what those are? The structures?" "Yes." "Are they very far?" "No." "How do you move?" "I start to walk and I'm able to fly, but I don't feel wings on me." "Do you feel physical?" "Physical?" she asks. I said, "Physical, like a physical body, or are you light?" "Light." "But you have a shape, a form?" "Yes." "You're not pure energy? You're not as dense as a human, maybe?" "No." "Well, go ahead and fly over to those structures and let's go find out what those are." She says, they look like crystals. They look and feel like crystals. So not buildings, not mountains. I feel like I'm in a prison, like the colors where I'm at, just iridescent, very. And I said, the whole planet or the structures are a prism? I feel both. Okay, so it's like a crystalline world. It feels like it. The ground, like I said, was smooth when I was walking and crystallite. And the structure is very jagged, but it's not like sharp to hurt you. It just feels and looks like a crystal. I ask her, so do you feel that these crystals are natural, or do they form something created by humans or by beings? Natural. Okay, do you still feel as if you are alone? No, but I don't see anyone. Said, okay, so we moved her forward to a time when something more important was happening, or until she found somebody to talk to. And she leapfrogged into her current life where she was having her daughter. And she says, I'm with Amy when she was born. I said, okay, so you're no longer where you were. And she's confused again. She says, no. I said, so Amy is being born. Tell me what is happening. How do you feel? She said, happy, but sad. I said, sad? What is the sad from? She mentions her ex-husband's name. I said, well, did he do something to upset you that day? No, just having a different partner. I said, okay. She said, sharing it with somebody else. So I said, so I want to focus right now on how you felt looking down at your newborn little girl. Feel that joy. I think we're going to go ahead and rewind. So we rewound time to when she was planning the lifetime as Carol. So we moved her all the way back. And I asked her what was happening after that. Sorry, I just lost my place. Bear with me. This is fun to do. Okay, so she's back there and she's in the planning stages of the life as Carol. I said, well, what's happening? Deciding what I will do. Teacher comes to my head. I said, okay, what do your surroundings look like? There's other energies around me. They're deciding as well. It's kind of like a space for all of us before we join a body. I said, well, are the other beings deciding how their life is going to go? Yes. I said, and who's helping you? There's somebody there, but I don't know who. Everybody, it seems like everybody has someone is helping them. It's like this big, long paper, like scroll of like our contract, like our life plan. It feels like the scroll is bigger than us as energies. And I said, does it have the life that you're going into or more lives? She wasn't sure. I said, well, maybe you can ask someone who's there. And so she did. And she said, they said all lives. So all lives were on these scrolls. That was kind of cool. I said, all lives you've ever lived? And she said, yes. So I asked who she was talking to. And I said, it's okay, you can ask them, because she was confused. She didn't know the name or who they were. And she said, I got George. And she was laughing. I said, well, can George tell us who he is? What is his role? He says, guide. I said, so he's a spirit guide for you? Yes. Does he always work on that side where you're deciding what to do in the human life? Yes. Can George answer some questions for us? He said, no. I said, well, is there someone there who we can talk to? He says, yes. So now George is going to answer questions. I said, okay. He says, yes now. Okay. I said, thanks, George. George, are you there helping before Carol came into this life? Are you helping her plan her life? Yes. Can you share some of the lessons she had planned? No. I said, okay. I said, maybe it's something for you to know. What do you feel? You said that you thought you wanted to be a teacher in this life. Is there anything else that you need to consider before you come into the body of Carol? And there's a big, long pause, silence. I said, okay, it's okay for you to ask for help if you want from George or whoever else. Still a long pause. She was very, very deep in this. And then she says, I'm being pushed out of my comfort zones. I said, oh, okay. And why would that be? Is that anything that can be shared with you that would help? Is there anything that can be shared with you that would help? I get too comfortable. And then maybe you don't move? Yes, to help me grow. So, okay, do you understand why they showed you that lifetime on the crystal planet, where I belong? I said, is that home? Yes. Can you ask why you felt like there wasn't anyone else there? There is. They didn't want to show me. So, okay, were they afraid you'd be homesick? Yes. So, yeah, that certainly can happen. Is the crystal planet where you go in between lifetimes? Yes. Have you been on Earth a long time? Yes. And she sighing. I said, many lifetimes? Yes, sighing. So we were just wondering what in particular in this very important lifetime, what other things did Carol decide she needed to work on? What did she plan? Is there anything that can be said? There's a very long pause and a lot of deep breathing. So I said, would it be okay if we called forth Carol's higher self right now? And so we called forth Carol's higher self. And then there's just a very long pause again. And I'm like, okay, you coming through or not? I said, I was just giving her instructions, just let yourself give voice to your higher self, allow yourself to voice whatever wants to come through. And there's still more deep breathing, more deep breathing, more deep breathing. And she says, it's a release. I said, well, what kind of release? All the lives I've lived. So it's still Carol. I said, so you're feeling the release of all of them now? How does that feel? Light. Okay, that's beautiful. The healing is happening. Just letting go. And it is. She was absolutely releasing, which is so amazing because these healings are so deep and profound. It's really amazing to facilitate these. She said, yes, just letting go. I said, who's helping you with this release? Feeling the crystal home. It's okay. Do you feel like you're back there now? There with George. Her answers were very, very, very short, very, like she was very deep. I said, okay, so you're on the crystal planet with George. Why did he bring you back there? Feel safe. And do you feel safe there? Mm-hmm. Is George helping you feel safe? Yes. Okay, so what are you there to explore other than feeling safe? Is there anything else that he wants to show you on the crystal planet? My dragon. And she's surprised. And I said, a dragon? Does your dragon live on the crystal planet? Yes. What does your dragon seem like or look like or feel like? Playful. I said, playful? Yes. What colors? Purple. It's a soft purple like lavender. And she was just totally involved with it and loving the dragon. I said, sounds beautiful. She said, there's some blues and pink stripes on his wings. Soft. And I said, soft? Have you known each other a long time? Mm-hmm. What do you do together? We soar together. We're together. Good. My best friend. And she's smiling. So that's beautiful. What else can your dragon tell you? He misses me. I said, yeah. What happens when you're in a body on Earth? Is there any part of you still there on the crystal planet? No, but he has on his neck, there's something of me for him while I'm gone. So, okay, that's beautiful. So does he leave the crystal planet and go other places? To visit, that's his home. I said, does he incarnate on other planets? No. I said, but you do. Yes. So what would make you leave this beautiful place with your dragon? What made you decide to leave? When you said that, I see myself again with like a sword and what's it called? It protects you. And it's funny when people can't access normal words. It happens a lot. She was trying to describe, she says, it's here, it's big. So it's not on my body. And I said, armor, shield? She said, shield. Yes, shield. So yes, a protector, a warrior. I said, is that something that you wear on the crystal planet or when you go somewhere else? Somewhere else. I said, now, what made you leave the crystal planet if it was so beautiful? A calling. Calling? Now, how does that calling happen? It's part of something, it's a peaceful planet, but I'm part of something to help other places. Okay. I said, you volunteered? And where did you go? They say otherwhere, other places. Uh-huh. Were there many other places? Yes, they said planets. And when she interrupted, it was in my contract, they said. So, okay, when did you get the desire, the call to come to Earth? How did that happen? Were you on the crystal planet when that happened? No. That you know you're speaking through a human body right now, right? Yes, I don't know where I was. They're not giving that to me. Okay. I had been there for a while. On Earth or the crystal planet? On Earth. Okay, so many lifetimes. Is your guide still there, George? No, I feel like I'm in the middle of it all, like vastness, vastness, vastness. Like I said, like space. Mm-hmm. What does it feel like? Describe your surroundings. Fluid. Is it light? Is it dark? Dark, but not scary. Are there any stars or is it just dark? Stars, planets. I see an orange planet. I don't know. I don't know it. It's orange though. And do you feel you stay in this dark vastness of space for a while? No. Are you traveling somewhere? Yes. I said, okay, so let yourself travel. Are you in a ship? No. Are you in an energy form or a body? Energy. But you know where you're going somewhere, or do you? No. It's okay, you're just floating. Uh-huh. Okay. Do you feel like there are others like you around there? Yes, I don't feel alone. It's okay. Kind of like a highway. Is that a highway? Okay. So we moved her forward to where she got to where she was going on this highway to an important time in a day. And she said, it's green. Okay. She said, like mountains, but trees. And she's, again, deep breathing, very, very deep in this trance. Like, it feels good. I said, okay. Nurturing. I said, good. It sounds beautiful. Can you tell if it's daytime or nighttime? It's light, day. Is there anyone else around you? Animals. Okay. Again, can you look down at yourself and describe what you see? Your body, your feet, your hands. I see feet and hands, no long robe, short, like a toga, but short. It feels tropical, but not tropical. Okay, so what does your body feel like? Can you tell me what you look like? Human body, male, I feel. All right, I don't feel female. And what do you do there in this mountainous green place? There's a long pause. I said, it's okay. You know all the answers. Explore a little and see. Again, a very long pause. And finally, she says, I hunt. I said, you hunt and protect. I said, do you have a family or a tribe or a village to protect? Yes. Okay. So again, we moved her ahead to an important event when something was happening. And she says, oh, a battle. So the battle, what happens? They survived. I said, you or the whole village? Me, most, not all. So who were they fighting? Outsiders, not another tribe, outsiders. I said, not another tribe? Someone from a different area? Were they from Earth? Okay, so now we know what we're fighting. So they weren't from Earth, the ones they were fighting? No. What do they look like? And there's a pause and she's struggling for words and explanation. I said, it's okay, do the best you can. You have the answers. And she said, tall, light colored, can't tell male or female. I said, okay, why did they attack? Knowledge. Said they were trying to get knowledge from you and your tribe. Get rid of it, get rid of it. Said, so there was a wisdom in your tribe? Uh-huh. And they were trying to snuff it out? What was it that had been discovered in your tribe? Connection to others. And she's whispering. I said, okay. And so you in that life did you have any wisdom that you taught others? Yes, and they taught us. I said, oh, so not the aliens. Was it a different group that was teaching you? Mm-hmm. And were they also aliens? Mm-hmm. So there were good ones and there were good ones and the ones that attacked you that weren't? Yes. What happened with those benevolent ones that were helping your tribe? They came to help. I said, they helped. Okay. Without them, we'd all be gone. Okay. Can you describe the benevolent teachers? Radiant, long blonde hair, tall, blue robes. Did they say where they were from? Pleiadians, and she's surprised as this comes out. Did you have a connection with the Pleiadians in this lifetime? Yes. That went deeper than just being a human being helped. Was there some kind of connection? Yes. Tell me about that. Let's explore that. I just see one in front of me and my hand on his heart and his hand on my heart. I feel that connection. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. I said, have they been with you in other lifetimes? It feels good. Yeah, that feels home too. I said, well, that's beautiful. You've been here a long time on Earth? Yes. Do you feel like that's your soul family? Yes, I think so. Okay. Will any of them step forward to speak to us today? I'm getting no. Okay. It's okay. That's fine. So once again, we moved her ahead to when something else was happening, and there's a very, very long pause. She once again leapfrogged out of that life into her current life and with her daughter, Amy, again. And she says, it's Amy going off to college in the now, because her daughter is about to go off to college here. I said, okay. So what I wanted to do was move her back into that lifetime with the Pleiadians and find out a little bit more. And so we moved her back. And now she's back in that lifetime. And she says, my family, my wife and kids. So how many children do you have? 4. So lots of kids. Do they also connect with the Pleiadians? Mm-hmm. The tribe does. I said, the whole tribe does? Beautiful. I said, do you know where you are on Earth? Again, a pause and a lot of sighing. I said, it's okay if you don't know exactly. You could, oh, I'm sorry. And she said, no, she doesn't know exactly. I said, okay. So again, we moved her ahead to the last day in his life. And I said, well, what's happening as we move ahead to the last day of your life? It's peaceful, old. I said, you're old? Visitors to see me. So from the tribe? Mm-hmm. Is your family there too? Yes. He's so wise. I'm so wise. Wise. So very wise. So you were a tribal elder? Yes. That you knew things. So do you feel that you accomplished your goals in this life? Mm-hmm. Do you feel content? Do you feel unfinished? How do you feel as you're about to exit the body? That there's more to be done. So more to be done in what way? Protect more. Protect from those we fought. So are you still connected to the Pleiadians? Yes. Are they there as you're ready to exit the earth on the other side? Have you left the body? Yes. Said, okay. So now what I was just giving her some instructions. What I want you to do now is just let yourself exit that body. And again, you don't have to experience it in the body. You can watch from above. Because she was whispering so low, I didn't hear her that she had left the body. She had already done that. She says, I'm already standing with the Pleiadians that are on the other side as an energy with them. I said, oh, okay, so you've exited the body. Okay, and now I want you to just go with them. So they're waiting for you. And where do you go? Back to the crystal planet. I said, do they accompany you? Yes. So how do you feel now that you're out of the body, out of that life? Myself. It's okay. Energy. I'm still energy. I'm not a form. It feels relief. I bet it feels good to be out of that constricting form. So is there anywhere else that you have to go before you go back to the crystal planet? No, it feels like a recharge. I said, on the planet? Uh-huh. Okay, like a rest after a lifetime? Uh-huh. Because it's hard to be on Earth? Yes. I said, very difficult, so we hear. It's a very difficult planet. Yes. So you're resting. Yes. Trying to get some more imagery out of her. And I said, I imagine you might stay there a while or not. Sometimes, not always. So do you always come here between lifetimes? Yes. Are there other Pleiadians around you, other people, other beings? Now I'm seeing more. Are they all in energy form as well? Some, not all. Said some are energy. What do you look like now? I'm still energy. Do you have a color? Do you have a shape? Swirling. I said, swirling? Yes. Like at the end of the swirls, it's like longer. It's not an exact ball. It's like, I don't know how. And then she just dropped off again. Said, sounds beautiful. Said, yeah, but I do see animals now too. Do you think that's your true form, the swirling light? I asked. Yes, when I'm not at home, yes. I said, well, so this isn't home? This crystal planet isn't home? It doesn't seem like it now. I said, so what is home? This is just a resting place? Yes. Okay. So when do you decide to leave that resting place? When I'm ready to pick up the sword again. And she's laughing. I said, are you volunteering once again to come out? Yes. So we moved her ahead to when she's ready to come out of the resting place and back to where she started planning her life as Carol. And so we moved her ahead and she says, I'm back with the scroll again. So back with the scroll. So now what's going on? I came back with a grievance. I said, why is that? Because I don't really want to come back. I said, so this time they pulled you out of rest on the crystal planet? Uh-huh. So it was not a complete volunteer this time. Okay, explain how that happened. She said, they played on my heartstrings. I said, and who is speaking to you now? Oh, it's me sensing, me knowing, heartstrings, kids. I said, kids? What about the kids? They played on my heartstrings, kids, for me. I said, they showed you children you would have or that you would help? Both, but help. Interesting, considering everything that's going on right now. Something to do with Earth. So now you're planning the life of Carol. Who's there helping you? Michael. I said, Michael as an Archangel Michael or someone named Michael? I feel it's Archangel Michael. He's helping you plan. Okay. And Carol in this lifetime is a healer. She does Reiki and energy work and things like that. And she works a lot with Archangel Michael as one of her primary guides. So it's not a surprise at all that he came through for her. I said, so he's helping you plan? Okay. She said, yeah, I know he's a go-to for many, but yeah, I said, must be very important. He's my go-to. I love Michaels. My dad, my brother are Michaels. Michaels are important in my life. I said, well, there's no coincidence. I said, so can we ask Archangel Michael? I said, is there with you now as you plan this life? Can he help you with it? And she's laughing. She says, sorry, he's saying it didn't go quite as planned. And I said, it never does. And we're having a good laugh at that, because ain't that the truth, huh? And he was teasing her. I said, well, can he help you answer some questions? And she said, he'll try. He's being playful. I said, well, good. I said, well, we'd love for him to come forward or somebody there that can answer some of your questions for today. Can someone come forward? And he said, yes, he will. Okay. I said, okay, I'll ask Archangel Michael to come forward now. And we asked him to come forward and let Carol take a back seat consciousness wise. And again, he came forward and I asked, to whom am I speaking? Michael. I said, Archangel Michael. Yes. Okay. I said, it's a pleasure to speak with you. You know that I always do, because I work with Michael a lot too. It's an absolute pleasure and an honor. Carol has some questions, a lot of the usual stuff. What was she thinking when she came into this life? Why did she incarnate here at this time? And what is her purpose? And he said, to heal. I said, to heal humanity. I said, well, that's a very lofty goal. How can she go about doing that? There's a lot of sighing, a lot of sighing. And I said, it's okay. You can let him speak. Everything's fine. Because she's, conscious mind is kind of fighting, letting Archangel Michael speak through her. And he says, teach the old ways. I said, teach the old ways. Is that why you showed her the lifetime of the male in the village? Yes. The old ways aren't so old, are they? No. So that's beautiful. So teach the old ways. How does she learn the old ways? Trusting herself. Will she be able to bring these through to help others? Yes. So what exactly will be this world she's stepping into and teaching the old ways? She wanted something specific to move into that she can start today, moving forward into the new earth, a new life. Go back to crystals. Is that why you showed her the crystal planet? That's her. Is that her power, her source? Michael says, yes. I said, okay, connect to crystals in what way? And he said, relearn, reconnect. She does work with crystals, but she's kind of put them on the back burner for now. And I asked, how will she be bringing this forward to humanity? She had mentioned that she loves working with children. Will that be part of it? Yes, show them, touch them, meaning the crystals, feel them, to feel them so that the children can feel them themselves. I said, will this be with children? All, so adults and children, with everyone? Is this something that's happening now? And he said, what do you mean? And I said, is she stepping into this now, or will this be something for the new earth? He said, start now. I said, start now? I said, because we feel it's very close. Is this correct? I'm going to close the blind here because, as you see, we're getting blinded by sun, which is beautiful, but you can't see me. So anyway, okay, start now. And I said, because we feel we're very close. Is this correct? He said, yes. I said, very close. We're ready. She's ready. We're all ready. So a practical step that she can take when she leaves here today to get her closer to this purpose, because, you know, we humans are very practical. Can you give her a practical step? And again, he's laughing. And he said, books, go back to books. She has books, go back in them. Even if it's rereading, just go back to connect what she already knows. I said, yes, because she already does know it. And he said, tell her to have faith. I said, and she does already know it. And again, sometimes she doubts herself. So what can we do to help her be more confident in her abilities? Is there anything we can do, anything she can do? Because that was one of her questions. You know, how could she be more confident? How can she step forward onto this path more fully? He said, practice and pray. I said, I like that. And if it's okay with you, I want to kind of run through some of her questions, a lot of them. He said, tell her it's okay if she doesn't know everything. He's laughing. I said, well, that's the Virgo in her, but on some level, she remembers knowing everything. She just can't access it here. We know. So with regard to her children, is there, because she has a difficult relationship with one of her children. And she had a lot of questions about that. I said, so with regard to her children, is there any karmic things that she needs to address? She wonders especially about her son. It's an uneasy relationship. And Michael says, no, it's him. It's him. I said, and his issues have nothing to do with her, or do they? No. So it's from another lifetime, or it's from this lifetime. How can she best help him? Both lives, but past. Just love him. I said, just love him? He doesn't mean to hurt, because he's kind of an angry young man. And it's been difficult. He doesn't mean to hurt, Michael said. Said, okay, so there's nothing karmic that she needs to be concerned about that needs to be healed with him. He said, she's doing it. I said, oh, she's doing it. Perfect. And we keep going back to the times with her daughter, Amy, jumping all around. What's up with that? Because there's usually something behind that. Is there something that she needs to be aware of with Amy? She'll be okay. I said, well, is there any karma with Amy? Is there any karma with Amy that needs to be worked out in this life? No, they've been together. They took care of each other. I said, was she with her son before in other lives? Yeah, different, but yes. I said, okay, now we come to ex-husband. It was not a happy parting. And she still has some, issues with that. I said, so now we come to ex-husband. What was the lesson about? Can you enlighten her so she can put this to rest? It still troubles her. And Michael said, to stand up and not lose your voice. I said, well, did she ask to be part of this lesson? Yes. Is there any karma between them that she needs to clean up? No. I said, it's done. He has things to do. So, okay. I said, he has things, but she's cleared hers. Yes. I said, well, that's beautiful. She still has some deep inside feelings. How can she clear these? Is that something that we can clear right now for her? Or is that something she needs to work through? Guilt. Her decision impacts her kids. I said, regarding divorce? He said, yes. But even things like today, he's not emotionally there for them, and it's hard for her. I said, well, that isn't her fault. No, it's him, and he's and them, and they need to know it's not them, it's him. I said, and she can help them with that? And he said, she does. It's in their hands to come to terms. She feels bad that she didn't pick a better partner to be a better dad for them. And I said, but now we find that this is a karmic relationship, that she asked for him to come into her life. And so she picked the perfect partner for herself because she needed to learn this lesson. And he said, yes. I said, is there a way, Archangel Michael, that you can say that so that it resonates through her? Yes. And then there's a lot of sighing and deep breathing. There's more release, more healing going on because he resonated that within her. I said, can we help her release this guilt? Just feel that guilt running out of your body now. And we brought in a beam of source light. A lot of the times, the higher self and the archangels, when they're helping in these sessions, they will ask the human facilitator to help. And at first, that was a strange thing that they would need my help, but they do because we're in 3D and third density. They want to bring us in. They want to bring that energy in. And it is very helpful because there is always the conscious mind of the clients. Unless they're completely somnambulistic, meaning they don't remember anything and get completely out of the way. And that's pretty rare. But in this case, the conscious mind is fighting a little bit, and that happens, and it's okay. And so we're just giving her some instructions, and we're healing her, letting the guilt run out of her, bringing in a beam of source light through her crown, through her entire body. And it's something that she can leave behind. It's done. Your purpose is fulfilled. You are now standing in your power. And I'm asking Archangel Michael to continue this healing. And I said, Archangel Michael, are you still there? Because it got very quiet and there's a lot of deep breathing and sighing. Yes. I said, can you describe how this healing is going? We like to know what's going on. And he's working on the healing. And he said, through her heart, it's healing. I said, well, may I speak with you while you're continuing the healing? Yes. Just let me know when we're all good. Is there anything that she needs to know regarding her family life with her parents? And she said they're going to be together for many years with the new earth. She was concerned whether her parents were going to be in new earth with her. And she said, I said, so her parents will be going to the new earth? Yes. So, well, that's beautiful. You know, she worries about that. Is there anything you can tell her to help her to not worry about who's going and who's not going? Because, you know, we don't really know how it's going to work out, do we? And this is beautiful. Michael said, if you love them, they'll be there. Okay. I said, well, that's wonderful. So back to her lessons. We've talked about teaching and bringing in the crystals, relearning, helping to heal humanity, working through this, speaking your truth and standing up for yourself, releasing guilt. Was there anything else that she planned for herself? And also a critique on how she's doing with all these things. And he said, be easy. Don't judge so much. And it's not always your fight to fight. I said, well, that sounds like great advice, because she wonders about taking a more physical action with regard to schools, school boards, all of the crazy things they have us doing now, referring to the current situation. Do you have, because she was a teacher most of her life. And then she moved on to some other things, but her heart is still in there with the teaching and working with the kids. And I said, do you have any advice for her as to whether to get more physically involved or to do it in a different way? He said, not yet. After it's done, get involved. I said, okay. He said, her judgment, not judgment, her fairness and ability to read others will help. I said, well, not just in education, but in the new earth, or specifically in education. He said, new earth, to protect so it doesn't go back. So, okay, so by teaching the wisdom. Yes, and to weed out the truth from the lies. A lot of that, huh? She can sit back right now. She's worked hard before. Tell her it's okay. And I said, you just did. Thank you. So it's time for her to work on herself right now? Yes. I said, okay. And he said, that will help. She worries. It's taking things for granted or being complacent. No, because she does. She's like, should I be doing more? Yeah. I think a lot of us are in that boat. We think we should be doing more, but we don't know what. Everything tells us to maybe rest for a while. You know, a lot of us that have been on the front lines for a long time, it is time to relax and regain our energy and just hold that vibration for everybody, to teach what we've learned, to heal the way that we've been taught, and to work on ourselves. A lot of us haven't worked on ourselves, and that's really, really important right now. And she's one of those healers that needs to heal herself, and that's what he was pointing to right now. And so that's really good. I said, yeah, sometimes us humans have to feel like we're doing something, but she is doing something. And he said, she's resting. She's been through a lot, but yes. I said, speaking of that, there's still a little bit of trauma I'm sensing in her with regard to her last boyfriend. What lessons did that relationship hold for her? And said, not to compromise herself versus compromising in a relationship. I said, oh, is there any karma left to heal with regard to that? And he said, no, she's doing better than she thought she would. I said, well, that's great. It sounds like she's cleared a lot of stuff. Is there anything that she needs to transmute before this transition? And he said, explain more. I wasn't clear. I said, is there anything karma-wise that she needs to work through before we get to the new earth? Is there anything she really isn't aware of, or maybe is aware of deep down that she isn't facing karma-wise with any other people, whether it's parents, children? I said, the fact that Amy kept coming up again and again, I'm going to ask again in a different way because she came up twice during this. Is there a reason you showed her that? It's pure love, he said. I said, okay, so she's going to where she feels there's pure love? Mm-hmm, yes. Okay, but there's nothing, no one else she needs to work things out with in her life right now? And now she's laughing. And Michael says, she has a small group of people. She's paid off debts. She's healed and still healing where she needs to, just herself and letting go. Self-doubt and fear. She's doing better, but, and then there's a big pause again. Said, okay, so she wonders how she can be more confident and connect more deeply with you and with the guides and her higher self. Is there anything you can advise? He said, don't always zone out and watch TV. Meditate, sit on your porch, just be. So, well, that's a wonderful thing to say, just be, because we always feel like we have to be doing. That's a wonderful thing. It's going to be easier for us, isn't it? And he said, yes, she can't wait. I said, yay! Has she lived many lives here? Oh, yes, yes. And with regard, what is her soul family connection? Pleiadians. That's her and Amy. Her and he mentioned another one of her friends. Her friend, Mary, we'll call her. I said, okay, Pleiadians. So it was no coincidence that the Pleiadians were with her in that other lifetime. Is that why you showed her that? Yes. So to know that she does have that contact. Are they also guiding her? Yes. So, well, that's beautiful. Is there anything else, Michael, that you can tell us with regard to her Pleiadian connection? She definitely was involved in the political stuff, and she backed away and they pulled her back in. Okay, she had some questions about getting more involved. She was politically involved and backed away and is thinking about getting back in. And so we're all laughing. And I said, so here she is. And is that why she's questioning whether to get involved with the school stuff? So she might not want to do it now. It might not be the best thing for her right now. He said, not now. Okay, so I love that. That's a great, great insight there. We're doing really good with these questions. One more, whenever she has energy issues, it's always on the left side of her body. She says that she gets energy collecting in her head, her shoulder, her hip, and on the left side. Is there anything you can tell her about that? Injuries from battles. I said from past lives? Yes. So she doesn't need that in this life. Those are from past lives? Yes. I said, can we get rid of those, please? Yes, it's that simple. It's that simple. I said, well, now that she knows where they're from, she can just let them go. And again, just let me know how you're healing her and let me know when we're done. Because, you know, all the guides are healing her. Michael's healing her, her higher self, of course, leading the way. Let me know when we're done and let me know if we're done with that and other healing, the healing beam of source that was still going through her from before. And Michael says, that one's done. I said, well, thank you so much. We want to bring in all the healing we can. We need our troops ready to go for this battle. Beautiful. And meanwhile, is there anything else with regards to her son that she needs to know or that would be beneficial? He'll be okay. I said, because she was very worried. And I said to Michael, she was very worried about him getting the jab. He's safe. He's safe. And I said, he's safe. Okay, very good. She wonders if she can have a better relationship with him in this lifetime. They will. He and Amy will heal too. So, well, that's beautiful. Is everything going to change very soon? You know, we always want to ask. Yes. I said, okay, looking for soon. We know spirit soon, and we know human soon, and we know that you can't give us timelines, but it does seem very close, right? He said, very. Well, that's good to know. Are there any last, any advice or anything else that you want to say to Carol before we bring her back? She's not alone. She won't be alone. She'll have a partner. That was one of her questions, whether she would ever find a true soul partner. She's been writing it out. She didn't tell me that, but she's been writing out what she wanted. And Michael said, she's been writing it out. She'll have that. I said, beautiful. Someone on her level finally? Yes. I said, well, she's learned the lessons of what she didn't want and learned the lessons. So you think she's doing pretty well? Oh, yes, she's grown. That's great. It's always nice to hear it. I know that she connects with you a lot during her sessions. I'm there. That's beautiful. I said, beautiful. So you'll guide her with what she needs to do to step into her new role in the new earth? Yes. I said, her new healing. And so the energy from the crystalline planet, let that be with her. And perhaps we can open that up a little more so it can flow in unimpeded. We want to open her up as much as possible so that all of these things can flow through her. We want to thank you, Archangel Michael, for all of your wonderful answers and your time and for being with us today. It's always an honor to be with you and to converse with you in this way. Thank you very much. He said, thank you. You're welcome. I said, it's my honor. And he said, you're here too. You're a warrior, a teacher, a guide. Carol is thankful for you. And I said, well, thank you. And I'm thankful for her and for you and for all of us. And we're going to do this thing. So we're going to, and so we were going to bring Carol back to full consciousness, and he was going to continue the healing and with the higher self, with Carol's higher self. And so this was really amazing. And hearing from her afterwards, she's feeling really great and more confident. And so that's basically the end of it. So I'm happy to share this with you guys today. Another really amazing session. If anyone's interested in doing a session, I do them in person and on Zoom, and the links will be below. All right. Have a wonderful day. And thank you. This is Lori from Crystal Earth Magic. Bye.